Hello everybody, welcome back to Tunisia's AfroBasket 2015, and it is the title showdown between Angola and Nigeria. The long pass up to Marias, and he gets swatted from Shane Lawal. So Lawal's on the SWAT team tonight, and Marias answers with a three-pointer from the corner. Lawal turns and goes up strong around Reggie Moore. Lawal hands it off to Al Farouk. Oh, and he goes up for the dunk in the and one. And the foul in the and one. Another drive to the basket. Rice gets it over to Indoniema, steps over, puts up a three, count it! And just like that, it's back to a 10-point game. Now Giddy for three, good! Finally hits one. Early in the shot clock, and he hits it anyway. Chamberlain Noguchi. Well, that's it, folks. Nigeria have finally reached the top of the AfroBasket podium. They have knocked off the real powerhouses in African basketball, Angola, and it was a convincing win, 74-65.
74-65, and that tells the story of how Nigeria's D Tigers emerged champions of the 2015 AfroBasket Championship right there in Tunisia. Hello and welcome. It's Sports Tonight, broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's the Monday night edition, a day after Nigeria won the 2015 AfroBasket Championship. Yes, I'm sorry, I'll just keep talking about this. I'll talk about it. We'll talk about it because the Tigers broke that jinx since 1965. Nigeria has been looking for that title, and they got it yesterday. So we'll keep talking about it. I'm Austin Okonakwa. Welcome on board to our viewers in Benin, Abuja, London, and of course to you wherever you are in the world watching Sports Tonight. It promises to be an action-packed edition. Yes, we'll turbocharge for this. And quickly, let's bring you into all of these. You've been talking about that victory right there in Tunisia. A lot of people said Angola, they're going to smoke Nigeria out of the way and win it again. The head-to-head wasn't looking good. It was 9-0. But then, it's sports. Anything can happen. Impossible is nothing. The Tigers, they went, they saw, and they conquered. Let's bring into all of this quickly. What are you talking about going down in your action-packed world of sports? You see the feedback mechanisms on your screen now. It hasn't changed. And quickly, we want to put you into all of this fun on Twitter. We're channels_sports. That's it on your screen. And on Facebook, we're channels-sports. Do you have questions, comments, suggestions? Who is talking about the Oguchi salutes? That one also has made some good talking points on social media. Talk to us about it. Talk to us about the team. Talk to us about the Aminu brothers. Talk to us about Mike Ume. Talk to us about Olumide. These guys in their own way are champions. We've also taken a look at Nigeria's preparation for that crucial Nations Cup qualifying game against Tanzania. The foreign-based professionals have touched down. We're still expecting some. We will give you updates from that one. There's also March Day 26 from the Nigeria Professional Football League. Action-packed world of sports. Team Nigeria has departed for the 11th edition of the African Games that is taking place in Congo, Brazzaville. We want to talk wrestling tonight on the show. Wrestling. Someone said wrestling. Yes. When we have that discussion, you understand what we're talking about wrestling. Of course, wrestling gave us some good medals at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. And now they are also starting their campaign first at the World Championships in Las Vegas and then in Congo, Brazzaville. So much going down in your exciting world of sports. Quickly, let's bring you into it again. Let you know that wherever you are, you can actually be part of the fun. But please, don't do this while you drive. Remember that all our top stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. You're on the go and you want to be part of the fun. It's simple. Go to m.channelstv.com and download the Channels TV app for your Android, iOS, your Windows phones, your BlackBerry, your iPad, and you're part of the fun. It's that simple. Right now, we want to have fun. If you do that, you download the app, you will be part of the fun. We're talking about the 2015 AfroBasket Championship. In case you don't know, Nigeria's D Tigers are champions of basketball in Africa. Let's quickly bring Tunde Koiki into this. Tunde, good to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely phenomenal win for Nigeria's D Tigers. I know you didn't see it coming.
No, I to be honest, I didn't. Half a century worth of heartbreak was ended yesterday. A lot of people don't really understand just how significant this is. This is a team that has stopped a rot that has gone on for 50 years. This is a team that has made history. This is a team that has defeated the 11-time champions of Africa.
Look at that.
And, you know, for the first time at any level.
And a team they've lost to 9 times.
9 times. This is a team that has qualified for their second consecutive All-Africa Games. This is a team
that has also qualified for the Olympics now.
Yeah, I was about to say actually going to say the Olympics. So it's a phenomenal achievement. And for those who don't know, the AfroBasket is the basketball equivalent of the African Nations Cup.
For football.
So if this was football, trust me, there would probably be a public holiday. There'll probably have been people in the streets up until 5 a.m. this morning. But it takes nothing away from the victory that these or the magnificent.
I'm sorry, but I like to see Angola doing this.
I mean, we don't get to see it often, so this is one for the cameras. And I have to give special mention to a certain Professor Patrick Omonsage. Before this tournament started, he predicted that Nigeria would win. He did. It's on record. He predicted that Nigeria would win. I don't know where he got his confidence from, but he said he had looked at the roster of Nigeria, and you know, for the past 4 editions, we had always presented probably the most talented team. Yeah, but there had always been a problem
something goes wrong.
There was something. It was just a mixture of administrative issues and coaching, and the fact that we never seem to present the same team at every edition. It is always chopped and changed, chopped and changed. Meanwhile, the vast majority of this team was at the last AfroBasket in 2013.
That's it.
Which means they had matured, they had played together for a longer time, they understood each other better, and they were able to play. And of course, plenty of mention must go to Coach William Voigt, who did a brilliant, outstanding job with this
technical crew.
Technically,
they were really tactical.
Absolutely brilliant.
They brought some character into the team.
No. Their tactical calls were spot on. Before this final, no Nigerian player had played more than 23, 25 minutes. But in this final, we had people like Chamberlain Uguchi went up to 35, 36 minutes because it was the final, it was a crunch game. He really had to get a win. So the squad rotation and the calls were excellent. You know, I'm just absolutely impressed with everything that they did. Nigeria finally champions of Africa. It's been a long time coming for everyone who has been following Nigerian and African basketball for so long, and it's one to serve. I'm now hoping that the NBBF can now begin to use this as a springboard to drive for basketball development. We didn't maximize the last opportunity we had when we qualified for the last Olympics. Now this is something that they can use to maximize the sport, look for better sponsorship, put better administrative structures in place. You know, there's so much they can do now.
I agree. If you leave only Austin Okonakwan, I'll talk this AfroBasket Championship from the start of the show till the end of the show. But let's quickly let you know that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has congratulated the D Tigers for winning the AfroBasket Championship. Right here, development for basketball has started today.
Well, recognition from the nation's _1 citizen.
That's it.
I mean, it doesn't come any more significant than that when the president of your country recognizes the historic achievement or the historic significance of what you've done. Absolutely brilliant performance by them, and I'm happy that the president has shown interest in this. I'm not sure if he watched the final, but I'm sure he must have received reports on the win. I hope he also received reports on how significant it was. You know, so it's really brilliant. I'm just hoping that this can be an impetus for Nigerian basketball to really grow. Coach William Voigt was on a short-term contract.
Let's see if
till the end of this AfroBasket. I'm sure the NBBF are probably scrabbling on how to probably renew his contract now.
They should.
And plenty of plaudits must go to Chamberlain Oguchi. His shooting was absolutely out of this world in this particular final. You know, Coach Bakari did say that Oguchi, there are some games where he's absolutely unplayable. There are some other games that you can't even find him. It's very rare for you to find him play 2 good games back to back. But Oguchi came good. He played 2 games good, Senegal and Angola, and he was rightly named the most valuable player of the tournament.
That's it, and also won the award for the best three-point
shooter. And also another Nigerian, Al-Farouq Aminu also made the All-Star team. So yeah, I mean, it was a truly fantastic performance by the Tigers. Unfortunately, this team will not be at the All Africa Games because
Olumide will take the glory, will take the shine, and go join the other guys.
A lot of players drawn from the Nigerian basketball league here, DSV basketball league.
Which is admirable,
yes,
encouraging.
Absolutely. I think these players might be a bit jaded somewhat. I mean, you won the biggest trophy in Africa. The All Africa Games comes a poor second to that, if you ask me. So, but I'm really praying that the boys in the DSV basketball league can really live up to expectations.
They will.
If they can, match the exploits of this team, that would be brilliant. I mean,
they have some quality.
They have plenty of quality.
I think they can. I think they can. Whew. Nigeria, champions of the Afro-Basket Championships.
It sounds good. Huh?
I keep saying it, Nigeria, champions of the Afro-Basket Championship. That's what it is. Let's take you through the journey. How did Team Nigeria achieve that title in Tunisia? Let's look at Nigeria's run at the championship. They started their campaign against the Central African Republic. That game ended Nigeria 88, Central African Republic 63. So just to let our viewers know that Nigeria emerged the highest scoring team. They scored an average of 84 points per game, except the final game. So that shows you that this team, they love scoring. And they proved that when they took on Uganda, 98-59.
Almost made it 100.
Look at that, they were rampant.
The century. Yeah.
I don't care about the next result because it doesn't count.
Well, this next result, when I spoke to some experts again, specifically Professor Patrick Komonsag, he said, well, the team knew they had qualified, so they didn't really want to exert themselves. And when they started the game, when they started the game the way they did, and they found that, I mean, look, you play in front of probably 500 people in your first 2 games. Then your third game, you play in front of probably 8,000 or 10,000 people.
Look at that.
It changed the dynamics somewhat. Yeah. And, they just felt, there was no point in chasing a game that they were going to lose anyway. So they didn't really exert themselves. And, I think that was a correct call by them because eventually it paid off.
It did. So Nigeria lost to Tunisia 70-59 points. No love lost. We gave it to the host. Say, take this, make your fans happy. We're going for the title. And they did just now when they took on Gabon. Nigeria 88, Gabon 64. Another 88 points recorded right there. Next game, Nigeria 88. That was the game
Coach
says go to sleep. Worry about other things. Pay school fees. Think of your house rent. Gabon won't do anything to Nigeria. Coach, I love the optimism of Coach.
And the semi-finals for me was the clincher.
That's it.
That was the game I thought would be the sticking point. The meat grinder, Coach Bakari called it because of the particularly physical Senegalese team. And Gorgie Jeng was playing out of his skin. The Minnesota Timberwolves power forward, scoring out 20 points per game. His rebounding was vicious. And, for us to really play as well as we did in that game, I think that was, for me, that was the point where the dynamics changed somewhat. I knew that Nigeria might probably do something special against Angola. And they did. 74-65 in the final. Apart from the first and last quarters, which we lost, the second and third quarters were easily in Nigeria's favor. Even the first quarter was 13-10 points.
Yeah.
So it just showed that this was a team that was really up for it.
That's it.
And before the Angolans, I'm guessing they expected it to be the annual or the semi-biannual Nigerian rollover, but
they didn't know what was coming.
It had changed completely.
You know what? There was so much tactical play that they learned from that game against Senegal. Yeah. I mean, winning a game in overtime in basketball explains nothing but good mental strength and tactical quality and a little bit of character.
Also tremendous physical ability as well. When you go up against a team like Senegal into overtime, and you have to play the next day against Angola, ordinarily you should be dead on your feet. But it's a testament to just how supremely athletic these boys were to be able to drag themselves from that kind of performance and overcome a team as powerful as Angola. So the significance of this continues to. I'm having goosebumps every time I think about this. Just how much they wanted this.
We went wild on Twitter.
How much they really wanted
this. The Angolas knew we were coming, but they didn't know how much force we were going to come at them. And then we showed them. In the first quarter, so much tactical play. 13-10, Angola, they were a bit relaxed. They didn't see the Tigers coming like real Tigers in the second. We ended out on 27-11. They didn't say coming. third quarter, same thing, 14-12. And then they tried to put up some fights in the final quarter. It was too late.
It was too late.
29-23, and that's it. We'll let you see the final standings at the AfroBasket Championship. I will keep telling you this. That's what it is, because Team Nigeria ended it tops.
The Tigers.
Yes, the Tigers. That's it. So, final standings of AfroBasket 2015. It's Nigeria, of course, winners. Angola now behind Nigeria. Good to know that. Tunisia, they are third. Senegal, fourth. Egypt, fifth. So, Angola, Tunisia, and Senegal
will go to the Olympic qualifying tournament next year. That was the same tournament Nigeria qualified from, won in Venezuela in 2012, which we qualified for the Olympic Games. But now we have the luxury of just buying our tickets and going as African champions.
Of just chilling.
Absolutely.
And then check the results of Angola. Did Angola make it to the Olympics and the rest? We've put together some tidbits around basketball, because that's only one of the ways we can develop the sport is to talk about it.
Yeah.
I like the presence we gave to it on social media. I think we should continue that way.
Social media was absolutely was like the Wild West yesterday. I mean, everybody was rooting for Nigeria. I mean, it was just flooded with tweets about Nigeria. And so these are tidbits. Nigeria wins first continental title after 50 years of trying. I don't think we should put that in. After 50 years, half a century of trying. Nigeria also qualified for the 2016 Olympic Games by virtue of winning that title. And Nigeria is actually one of the most consistent and probably most decorated teams in AfroBasket history. We've won 1 gold and 3 silver and 3 bronze at the tournament. In fact, there was an edition in which we played in the final back-to-back. I think that was 93 and 95. We played in the 2 finals back-to-back. So we're just second behind Angola in the all-time standings. So we're not exactly as bad as we see, but like we said, it's been a problem, a combination of administrative and coaching problems, which we sorted out, and hopefully that is in the past. Nigeria has participated in 17 editions of the tournament, never coming close to winning until now. Like we said, we've earned the silver medal 3 times. We played in 3 finals, and Angola is the most successful team in the history of the competition with 11 titles.
Tunde, thank you so much for coming around.
Always a pleasure, Austin.
I think after this we should play some basketball. Maybe we'll do some free throws. Let me
one-on-one.
Let me show you that I swallowed your Gucci spirit.
I learned from the best.
All right, thank you so much, Tunde. Today is not a top striker. He's talking basketball.
I'm the point guard.
Where is it? Point guard. I'm the Oguchi. I'm the champ. Tunde is all right. Stay being the point guard. I'm the champ. So that's it. Basketball giving us reasons to talk sports tonight. The Tigers are champions of the 2015 AfroBasket Championship. We'll keep talking about it. We want you to keep talking about it on Twitter. We're channels_sports. Let's go on a quick break now. Let's rewind time to the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland. Team Nigeria did big things, particularly with wrestling. See this video and I'll come back. We'll talk. Stay.